This is Soniara Lynn, and you are now listening to the Anime Assembled podcast with your host, Indy Uchiha and John Forsaken Power.
Yo, what's going on? It is your boy, Indy Uchiha, Mr. Nerdmax Alpha himself, and we are here on behalf of A+ Opinions. That's right, you can now catch this podcast on Spotify at Nerd Mix Podcast Network. But if you want to see it before everybody else does, you have to come to the A+ Hero Report YouTube, where we drop it first all the time. Then 3 days later, you get it up on Spotify. So subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to be the first person to hear everything we want to talk about and get your anime news and stuff early. Don't be 3 days late. But I digress. We're here with another news-filled episode. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, but y'all know I can't be here chit-chatting with y'all without my co-host, John Forsaken Powers. What's up, John?
What's up, G? What's up? How we doing, brother? How we doing?
We're doing pretty good, man. Living life, living good. And boom, there goes that beautiful overlay that we love to use. As you can see down at the bottom, Anime Assembled on Instagram, A+ Hero Report on YouTube, Nerd Mix Podcast Network on Spotify. But how have you been doing, sir?
I've been doing pretty good. A lot of stress in terms of trying to keep up with all the stuff going on in the anime world and all the shows that have dropped this spring season. I think I'm currently watching 28 shows, and the watch list just keeps hitting me back, because it's just like, oh hey, you finally caught up. Well, guess what? Now there's a new episode of this show or that show. Wow. We're getting there.
Yeah.
But how about yourself?
I'm reading maybe 17 mangas. I'm watching one show.
God.
Well, I'm watching two.
Okay.
I think I'm watching Don't Summon a Demon, or whatever that is. Okay. How Not to Summon a Demon Lord.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called. But you know what the other one is. Rise of the Shield Hero.
Yeah, season 2, my boy. I thought you wanted me to answer for a second. I was like, should I answer that?
I mean, because you know what it is. That's the only other one that I'm watching. Yeah. But I'm reading a lot. Whether it's Black Clover, My Hero, Jujutsu Kaisen, Black Torch, Black Cat. Yeah, and I only started reading Black Cat because I mistaken it for Black Torch and realized it wasn't the right thing.
Right.
Deadpool Samurai. It's a lot of stuff that I'm reading. But man, there's a lot going on. And there's been a lot of controversy, I guess, going on as far as Rise of the Shield Hero goes, because there's a lot of people that like it and a lot of people that don't. I'm on the side of, I feel that this season a lot faster paced, like they just get into the ish because they already did the character breakdowns. But there's a lot of people who are used to how they dwell with the characters and let them grow in the first season, and they want a lot of these new characters, you know what I'm saying, portrayed in the same light as of getting to know them and understanding who they are. How do you feel about that?
It's actually kind of interesting that you bring that up, because that's I agree with that. I feel that it's a little rushed in terms of the storytelling. Just because they really just want to get deep on in it with all the action and everything like that. But a lot of people, I feel like it's kind of overlooked at the fact the first season had that big impact at the beginning, because they had to introduce the story, the universe, the characters, all that stuff, right? In this one, it's not a beginning, it's a direct continuation from the sequel. Sure, they did a little time skip, and they did skip over a few things in the manga that I would have rather seen, maybe like an OVA or like a little side story that they kind of introduced to bring into the second season. But every episode's a lot of money, people, so they had to cut some stuff in order to make this work. But yeah, a lot of people, they don't seem to like grasp, like, hey, it feels so rushed, but at the same time, like, it's not gonna have that same impact because because it's not a beginning, it's a direct sequel. So, but I like it. It's interesting. I especially like how they're kind of going about, you know, because like, for instance, everybody knows that there's this big old evil angry turtle, right? It is very hard to animate something like that. So given how it turned out, I'm very happy about it for the most part.
Nah, I'm definitely with you on that. It seems that like that turtle got a little bit of his shine. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Especially in the most recent episode where we actually got to see it. You know what I'm saying? Move around. I think I saw a head, might have been the tail. I don't know what that was, but we got to see a little bit about what was cracking. But yeah, it's definitely interesting the tone and how fast paced I think is moving. And if you this is a season where most animes, if you missed the first season, you picked up in the second, they rehash experiences in the first season so much that a lot of times you don't have to watch it, because they tend to go on backstory, especially in important elements of what's going on. Like, let's say when our hero decides he wants to use his special shield, a lot of other animes will harken back to the first time he used it and experience that went on then, just to show how much he's improved with the skill as of now compared to back then. This anime doesn't do that. This anime goes, if you don't know what this is, we're not going to explain it. Go back and watch the other season because we're moving forward.
Right. This ain't about the people who haven't seen first season. This is for all the fans of the first season and the manga. Now it's for y'all to shine. You know, y'all gotta appreciate the love. So definitely.
But hey, I'm digging it so far. The cast of characters, everything that goes on, even the young girl who's trying to protect the bold hero, running around in different costumes to animate her magica. Bro. I feel that that's a knock towards us who put the magic user, especially the healers, in stupid costumes and in our role, and you know what I'm saying, in our RPGs, just to get us power boost. I remember, I think I had somebody walking around in a horse head, shorts, boots, and claw hands at one time, because that was the biggest boost I can get for their powers. Just looking like they're going to a really bad 80s party or something like that.
Oh, no.
So I think that's a kickback to that type of thing that we go through. So I really like it. I like how it really ties to the RPG element when you're watching it. Although it is a Inkasai anime, it really feels like this character has been transported into what would be, you know what I'm saying, a video game or another world.
Yes.
So I'm all for it, and I'm really digging it so far.
I like how you bring that up about the whole game element thing too, because a lot of isekai animes that end up doing something like that, they show it at the initial part, and then they kind of just like forget about like all the extra details. At least in the Rising of the Shield hero, they still bring up every once in a while. They'll show his HUD, you know. And you know, it'll show like his party members and like the health bars and the mana bars and stuff. And it's that attention to detail that, at least for someone who you know, like, who tries to pay attention to that, it's refreshing, because a lot of them, they show it at the beginning, like, yeah, this is from like a video game or whatever, and then later on it's like, oh, maybe not. It's just a fantasy show. We forgot all about that element of the story. So that's really refreshing. Yeah,
similar to another show that does it very well. I got reincarnated as a spider. So what keeps the video game elements in it very well. There's another one too. Demon Lord, Demon King, the dude with the big skull helmet on. That's in the video game.
It depends. Are you talking about Overlord? Where he's a big old skeleton dude?
Overlord.
Yeah, dude, I love that show. I can't wait for that show. That show's coming back too for season 4. Dude, we're getting 4 seasons of that bad boy. I'm so hyped.
It's a really good show, and I'm thinking because I'm into shows like that is the reason why Alpharetta, Rise, different shows like this, even Tower of God. You know, like those elements that these shows have are interesting to me, because those are the video games. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that I prefer to play that have those elements in it. So that's why I feel like this is so appealing to me. And they know their fan base. So as long as they keep doing what they're doing, I'll rock with it.
And as long as given how the manga goes for Rising of the Shield Hero, it is going to get insane in the next couple episodes. Insane. So I'm not gonna spoil nothing, but y'all be ready. All right, it's gonna pop.
Stay tuned. Grab that Crunchyroll subscription. You know what I'm saying? Keep it popping.
For real.
All right, but you ready to get to the stories? Y'all thought I was gonna say something else, didn't y'all? You ready to get to the stories? All right,
I'm down
man.
for it, bro. I'm down.
Speaking of anime and manga, we're getting ready to take a hit, bro. And I don't know how I feel about this.
Giving me the broccoli already, bro.
Giving you the broccoli already. When two of my favorite manga and animes are reportedly getting ready to go on a long hiatus. That's right. We're gonna speak about this first, but not only My Hero, Black Clover, as shown from the recent manga chapter, but we're gonna get into that. My Hero is reportedly ready for another hiatus, man. My Hero Academia has been telling this story on a weekly basis for years in the pages of Weekly Shonen Jump, with Deku and his friends at the UA Academy seemingly in the midst of their final battle against All For One and the villains of the world. Now, it seems as though the grand finale of the series has been pushed back just a little further, as the manga will be taking a brief hiatus as Dabi prepares to fight Shoto Todoroki in a long-awaited battle. In the that found himself recruited by All For One as a result of the damage to both his body and his mind. While the villainous antagonist of the series realized that he was unable to truly control Dabi, with the flame-wielding youngster originally set to be a substitute for Shigaraki, the member of the League of Villains would eventually find himself aligning with Shigaraki's gang as a way to get revenge on his father and his family. Dabi is looking to now battle his brother Shoto, harboring a look that is most terrifying that we have seen today. Apparently, the next chapter of the My Hero Academia's manga will arrive as scheduled in a few days, which was this past Sunday? That was Sunday.
Okay.
Or maybe it was before that. It just passed. But the subsequent release will be delayed, with another delay taking place for Shonen Jump as a whole, thanks to part to Golden Week. An annual celebrating in Japan, which normally brings many different entertainment outlets to a standstill. My Hero is set to reveal a ton of new information with regards to the Shonen franchise at this year's Hero Fest, an event specifically created to celebrate the Universal UA Academy. With the 6th season of the anime adaptation arriving this fall and adapting the story of the war arc, perhaps the event might even give us new information on potential new film for the Shonen series. Are you sad that My Hero Academia is taking a short break? Let's get your view on what's going on, as we got this amazing article from comicbook.com.
Yes. That's depressing, bro. I'm sorry. That hurts. So it seems like that's such like a that's such a, I shouldn't say bad or bogus, but that's such a slap in the face to put the hiatus right there, you know? Like, I need to know, I need to see that fight happen. I need the story for this. But you know, I don't know, maybe like there's something going on with the writer or something. Maybe, you know, I know a lot of mangaka, they have health issues and stuff like that ends up, you know, resulting in them having to take these hiatuses. So I hope, you know, they are in good health and everything like that. Maybe they just need, you know, a little break and they need a vacation, which all good, you know, everybody needs one at some point, right? So hopefully it's just something like that, and it's nothing, you know, like, I guess bad as the reasoning why they need to take the hiatus. But man.
No, I definitely get you. At least what they're leaving off is right to a build up of a big fight that we've been waiting on since, like,
that's true.
We understood, well, since we found out Dabi was Endeavor's oldest son, and we've been wanting to see him and Shoto go up against each other. So they're leaving there. You get the visual of Shoto's suit kind of lighting up the way Endeavor's does, and you get Dabi using all types of Endeavor's moves, but like way more powerful than when Endeavor uses them, because there's it seems like it's no limit to the heat that Dabi can generate because he's numb to the pain. So it's going to be an interesting fight, and I think that is a good point in where you leave that off at. But my brother, Black Clover, Black Clover did the exact opposite when it comes to we're gonna leave you on the cliffhangers of all cliffhangers. Let's show this and talk about this. Also from comicbook.com, Black Clover just wrapped one of his most ambitious arcs to date, and the manga still has more to do before it finishes. In the last week, reports surfaced that the series would take a hiatus before creator Yuko Tabata kicked off Black Clover's final arc, and fans have held their breath awaiting an update. And now, it seems these rumors have been confirmed by the creator itself. The update came courtesy of Shonen Jump, as the magazine just put out its last issue in Japan. This media went to translate a letter issued in the issue from Tabata so you could read up on the artist's promise below. He said, I personally wish to keep going without taking a break, but after discussing things with the editorial department, we decided that we should take a long break to give me more time to create the final arc. I apologize to those who look forward to reading the new chapters each week, but I do plan my best to make Black Clover as good as it can be and give it a proper conclusion. So I appreciate it if you just wait a little longer. As you can see, Tabata isn't taking a break out of his own accord. The artist would be fine to keep with their usual publication schedule, but the editors at Shonen Jump convinced Tabata to give himself a breather. After all, Black Clover just finished one of his most intensive arcs yet, and expectations for the manga's final act are high. Tabata could use some time to center himself before Asta's final journey begins, and he's going to get it. According to the editorial team, this hiatus will last about 3 months if all goes to schedule. Black Clover will return to Shonen Jump early August, and when it does, its final arc will get underway. So if you need to catch up on the manga before then, well, you got a handful of weeks to read up on everything. How do you feel about this? And before we get into the hiatus, let's talk about what happened before the hiatus, right?
Okay.
They defeat the devil, which is supposed to be the Devil Wall Devils, right?
Okay.
And then this happens.
Okay.
Who does that look like to you?
Nah, bro. Nah. Don't tell me that's the Wizard King. No, he ain't the villain.
You get
Bro.
you get the guy with the scales, right? And he's figured out something. So he runs to Julius. And remember, there's this like devil that looks kind of like Asta that ripped out the heart of the devil they just defeated and ran off, right?
Right. Okay.
The dude with the scales comes up. I can't remember his name. It's like Doman or something like that. It starts with a D. And
all right, okay.
He runs up to Kid Julius. And he was like, I found something. And he starts naming off the devils. And he was like, it's weird because there's one missing that was along like a law that was around in the past that could control time. And it seemed that the devil that controlled gravity took his place and like he just disappeared. And right before he came in there, Julius had this feeling of like a urge of dread or something that was coming forth. He's like, we won, but I feel like something bad is coming, right? And then as soon as the dude with the scale says that, Julius goes, don't tell me that I'm a boom. He changes back to his normal age, black hair, the symbol turns black on his head, and he goes, yes, the time has come. And then they say, Black Clover is going on hiatus.
We'll be taking a break, but we'll be back soon. Yo, no. I love that dude, man. Oh no, he can't be the dude pulling the strings all along. No. I don't even care if that was the last page. No,
I don't think he's pulling the strings. I think it was something where there might be a good side of him and a bad side of him, or maybe he was a vessel, a possessed human, and he was trying to fight it back. Like I talked to you, in the green room. I think it has to do with possibly he got powerful enough to hold the demon back, and then him reverting back to a younger age and losing some of his abilities. He's not powerful enough to hold that, you know what I'm saying, at bay. That's what I'm guessing, just coming from history of reading comics and manga. It seems like a good explanation.
It's gotta be.
So, but that's a heck of a place to decide to take a hiatus.
I would be devastated if I was current on Black Clover's manga. Not gonna lie, I'm not current, as you could tell, but I would be devastated. I know you gotta feel. I see you smiling at me, bro. I know that you ain't feeling too great about it,
bro. It broke my heart. Like I was behind. Oh crap. This has nothing to do with anime, right? But this needs to be shared. Twitter accepts Elon Musk buyout. Elon Musk now owns Twitter. Twitter has announced and has agreed to Elon Musk's $44 billion bid for the social media company in a press release. Twitter announced that upon completion of the deal, Twitter become privately held company wholly owned by Musk.
Cool. All right.
I don't know what I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's good or bad.
We might be one step closer, because I don't know when it was, but back in the day, Elon Musk did promise us anime cat women in real life. So
I love you tying that back into anime, bro.
It's all I got. I know anime stuff. That's it. I remember one day he tweeted, someone asked him about like I guess anime cat girls or whatever, and well, is it possible, or can we get some or whatever? And he's like, I'll work on it or something like that. It was like so like outlandish and stuff, but like given the track record that this man has, I feel it's just a matter of time. So, but he's a big anime fan too. So like it could be a positive. If he's getting more influence, more I guess more authority, more power, whatever it is. It could mean more stuff for us anime lovers out there and more popularity of anime in general too. So that it could be a good play.
Look, all I need is Elon. All I need is Elon get involved in anime or video gaming or something like that. Go by Capcom and Ubisoft and do something with it, or get involved in the anime game. Since now Netflix has lost so many subscribers that they talking about they're getting ready to cut some of the funding to animation, which is bad, especially when we're talking about how steep the competition has been getting in animation, especially with the acquisition of Crunchyroll by Sony. You like that? You like that segue right there?
I really do. That was clean. I wasn't even expecting it to.
Yeah. Good. I try. An article that you brought to my attention. Crunchyroll CEO Colin Decker steps down, passing baton to Funimation vet Raul Perini as Sony anime integration continues. After 3 years at Sony, Colin Decker is stepping down as CEO of Crunchyroll, with longtime Funimation exec Raul Perini poised to run the anime brand as president. The transition is occurring as Crunchyroll and Funimation continue to integrate their operations. AT&T sold Crunchyroll to Sony last year for $1.175 billion, and the two anime operations have been joining forces in the recent months. Perini has been COO of Crunchyroll after holding the same title at Funimation. Keith Legoy, chairman of worldwide distribution at the Networks for Sony Pictures Entertainment, confirmed the move in a memo to employees. Decker championed and played a key role in our acquisition of Crunchyroll, Legoy noted. While Perini has been instrumental in the company's global and subscription growth during his Sony exact stint. It's an honor and privilege for me to take on this new role and drive the next chapter of Crunchyroll forward, Perini said in a statement provided to Deadline. Having spent the last 7 years involved in nearly every facet of the business and seeing how far we come, the opportunity ahead is bright, and I look forward to what we'll do together next. Decker saluted the troops at the anime brand. Because of your dedication, resilience, and belief, we have realized that what seemed impossible just a few years ago, he said. The anime business is targeted but lucrative. Fans of the genre are often willing to spend not only on screen offerings, but merchandise and other exclusives tied to their favorite properties. Just prior to the close of the merger last summer, Crunchyroll said it has surpassed 5 million streaming subscribers. Here is the boys' full memo, which we're going to get into some of this. After more than 3 years at Sony, Colin Decker decided, we read that already. With Colin's, hold up, that is the full memo. We just read that. Colin will remain with us over the next few weeks to help ensure a smooth transition. In the meantime, please join me in thanking Colin for his many contributions and wishing him the best for the future. Keith, are you good with this transition of power, considering how well the former has done with what they done and the prior did in their position?
I'm honestly, I'm 50-50 with it right now, to be honest, because in terms of just app design alone and how the app works and the shows that they license and everything like that, it you can see it's like almost night and day. You know, Crunchyroll, they were very big on making sure that they got, you know, the big titles. They even got some, you know, like obscure side titles. They even made their own titles. On top of that, they revamped their whole entire apps UI and website UI design. Way better. I do actually really enjoy the new app and the new website, how it runs, how it works. It's a lot more together compared to Funimation's. Now, granted, Funimation's, you know, I guess their roster list, they do have, in terms of dubbing, they do have a lot more. And they do have a lot of key titles that I really wanted to watch that I could only really find at Funimation. But at the same time, their UI design was horrendous. It was always lagging for me. I don't know if a lot of other people had that kind of issue, but I do know that that was a big thing for people. A lot of people even tried to jump ship off of Funimation. They went to Anime Lab, which ended up getting bought back by Funimation anyway. So people were brought right back to the same company. And I believe there was another anime streaming service that people jumped to other than Anime Lab, or they even resorted to piracy just because they just really just didn't want to deal with it. But now that the dude who is in charge of Funimation is now going to be in charge of Crunchyroll, I have high hopes in the expectation that he has, I guess, better resources in order to make what needs to be done happen and hopefully improve the Crunchyroll in general, as well as just the anime community in general. Because when the anime streaming services are good, we're good, right? So hopefully he's in a better spot now that he can actually keep things only going up versus ending up kind of like the Funimation app, you know? And everybody's still kind of on the fence of what's going to happen. Is the Funimation app still going to be here, even though they're transferring all the stuff on Funimation over to Crunchyroll, and they're telling people to drop their Funimation subscription to get a Crunchyroll subscription? But the app's still there, you know? So, and then what's going to happen for the people like on TVs or whatever, you know, that have the streaming app on their TVs? There's not a Crunchyroll app for a lot of them because it said just stream from your phone. Some people don't want to do that or can't do that, right? So that's a whole nother question. Are they going to be more inclusive in that regard, or are they going to kind of keep the role? You know, these are the changes, you know, that people are going to be looking for and what people are worried about, I should say. So hopefully he doesn't go backwards, but he goes forward. That's my 2 cents.
Yeah, I definitely get you on that. It's a lot of stuff needs to be fixed. The Crunchyroll UI, you know what I'm saying, not on phones. Definitely needs to be reformatted to be easy to get around. Even when it comes to even on the phone, just trying to pick up an anime where you left off. You know what I'm saying? Becomes a chore sometimes. So hopefully they get that fixed to run as easy as Funimation did, in my opinion.
Okay.
In my opinion, Funimation was the better app, no matter what platform it was on, it just ran better.
See, for me, I had the opposite. I mean, granted, Funimation was more inclusive, but I had better chances with Crunchyroll running smoother than Funimation. But in terms of actually without it pausing or buffering, Funimation was the better for me. I do agree with you there. So it's, I don't know, it's like, it's a weird flip, you know. It's almost like there's an equal amount of pros and cons right now, you know.
Definitely. We'll see what's up.
Right.
We got one more article left.
Okay.
And it's from a creator of what may be some people's top anime ever. It's a lot of people that say this is the best anime ever made. And again, from comicbook.com, we have an article on Full Metal Alchemist creator. New manga gets its first international release. Why didn't you tell me that I forgot to format? There we go.
Because it was still loading on my end.
Okay.
Yeah, it was still loading on my end.
Hiromu Arakawa might be best known for the anime franchise Full Metal Alchemist, but the mangaka is stretching her legs has returned to the world of anime with the new manga series in Suigai of the Underworld. Did I get that right?
Yeah, Sugai.
Yeah, Sugai of the Underworld. While the series has just begun its run in Japan, it seems the international market is set to experience a new story as it's slated to hit the French market and most likely an eventual worldwide release. While Full Metal Alchemist story ended years ago, receiving 2 anime adaptations, the animes, which I still don't understand the difference between the 2 animations, the anime series.
I can get you there.
Yeah, I have no idea. Somebody has to explain that to me. Brotherhood and Full Metal Alchemist seem like the same exact story to me.
It's pretty much the same story, but the placements of everything is better. Like it's basically trying to make it more of a linear, basically make the story plotline smoother. That's why Brotherhood happened. Okay. Because people got confused with the original, I guess, apparently.
All right. The anime series remains a fan favorite with 2 live-action sequels set to arrive this summer in Full Metal Alchemist: The Avenging Scar and Full Metal Alchemist: The Final Transmutation. 2 live-action sequels. Okay. Yes. With Hiromu Araka's work resonating among readers, it is most likely only a matter of time before we see Sugai of the Underworld receive an anime adaptation of its own.
Good.
Okay.
It looks artwork. Good. That's from the show, right? Or from the manga?
Yeah, it looks like a cover from the manga.
Okay, it looks good. Yeah.
The official description reads as such. For those who might not be familiar with the latest tale of the mangaka, it is in an isolated village. 2 twins were born, separated by day and night. It is years later, and while the older brother Yuro has become a hunter of animals, his sister Asa has been locked away in a cage, ordered to perform a special duty that prohibits her from meeting more than a few select individuals. On an otherwise inconspicuous day, a group of armed men riding in helicopters referred to as dragons by the citizens assault the village in search of Yuro, killing everyone else on sight. When Yuro attempts to meet up with Asa and flee, he finds a dead body instead. On top of that, the person who killed her claims to be Yuro's true twin sister. Before the woman can capture him, Yuro is rescued by a man named Dara, an outsider who frequently visits the village. However, it's not long before the 2 are cornered. In a last-ditch effort, Dara makes Yuro give a gift to the deity of the village, summoning a pair of Sugai, whose existence is bound to reveal the truth behind these chaotic events. Explain.
That sounds awfully familiar. You know,
what does it sound like to you?
it literally sounds like Full Metal Alchemist in terms of like, you know, the sibling thing and everything. But even the names hit me as soon as you said the names. I was like, is this Black Clover for a second? Because I was like, wait, hold on. I thought we were already done with that article, but then I was like, wait, hold on. He's saying the name's different and the story's different. And what was the beginning part? No, okay, yeah, no, we're on the actual the right article. But no, it feels like a fusion of Full Metal Alchemist meets Black Clover in terms of summoning. So I guess in a sense, like, because Asta summoned the devil, or well, I guess the Black Grimoire, and then he summons a Sugai. I'm curious to see like what that is. Like, is it like a demon? Is it like a weapon? Is it like alchemy? Like, what's? I'm very curious about this. It definitely has an interesting storyline, and then the twin sister, and then the actual real twin sister. Like, the mystery there is kind of wild. It even gives me a little bit of a hint of Inuyasha in a sense. You know, trying to figure out like the swords and stuff from Inuyasha. I don't know. It brings back a lot of childhood memories, I guess is the best way to put it.
I'm interested to see what it's gonna go. The mesh of what seems to be traditional anime with like modern stuff with the helicopters, you know what I'm saying, being called dragons and different stuff like that seems interesting to me. It almost seems like if it's gonna be like two worlds colliding, similar to Avatar, like James Cameron's Avatar.
I didn't even think of that. I like that.
I'll be very interested to seeing if it does something in that, you know what I'm saying, case it matter. I'm all for it. Full Metal Alchemist was so good that it doesn't matter what she was bringing to the table. I was going to intake it. I was going to eat it up. So whatever she does, I'm cool with it. And this is on my to read list for manga. I haven't checked it out yet, but this would definitely be when we get a worldwide release. This would be one of them things where I'm sitting down and I'm watching this now.
For real, 100% agree with that. It's gonna be like top of the list of like, hey, as soon as the episode drops, I'm watching it.
Yeah, as soon as we get the mangas over here, I'm able to get it translated or something like that. It's gonna be on my must read list. I gotta check that out. I agree
with you there.
So that's dope. That's dope. Well, that was our last article today. This news about this Elon Musk thing, probably gonna have to get into and have to talk about that in a second. Too many different podcasts. This is important too for me not to hop on and be able to talk about this. But tell them what you got going on for a second and tell them where to find you at.
As always, you can everywhere and anywhere you can find me at Anime Assembled. Honestly, it's really just Instagram. Sorry, but I try to post there almost daily. Well, it's more or less every other day is when you'll get a post. But I do try to put in extra posts there, so it's as daily as I can make it. You know, but I put up recommendations. I put up interesting things that I find inside of shows that I'm like, man, you know, this looks really cool, and it kind of just highlights the show. I try to follow certain shows on the Instagram posts, and we even put up newsflash articles and, you know, like just key things that happens during the time. But you can always go just follow it at Anime Assembled. You can also follow us here at A+ Hero Report on YouTube. Please follow, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. It definitely helps us out, and we greatly appreciate it. You can always find my man Indy at his stuff, and he gonna tell you all of it. But
definitely, first and foremost, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell over at A+ Hero Report so you can get all the news and reviews. You're the first to know what goes on. Like we said, this podcast right here gets posted there first, then it's on Spotify 3 days later. So that means if you wait, you're not gonna see it until Tuesday. Dang. Who wants to wait till Tuesday to see Anime Assemble? So make sure you're right here, clocking in, checking it out. All right. You can also find me at Nerd Mix Alpha everywhere. Nerd Mix Podcast Network on Spotify, where you can catch all our old episodes of the Link Up, Anime Assembled, Beers and Buds, Nerd Mix Live interviews.
That's
you can catch all that stuff there. All those videos are right there for you guys. And you can catch me at the Villain Radio Network every Sunday night as we sit up and reserve Sunday dinner. All videos for that are also available Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. We're everywhere. Billboards for everything we're doing. You can catch us across the nation. I think we got a new one getting ready to pop up for Lights Camera Action in Wisconsin, because that's where I'm at right now.
Nice.
So you guys make sure you check out and understand all the moves we got going on. We appreciate y'all. We're only able to grow because you support us. So we appreciate you guys. New Anime Assemble merch coming soon. When I say coming soon, I mean whenever I'm able to get Miss RB Cola to design something new. Okay.
She got some stuff. She's got some stuff.
Yeah, I'm getting to the point now where she's not even doing custom designs for me. I'm just taking artwork she's already done and slapping the Anime Assemble logo on it. So
it's quality stuff though, bro.
Yeah.
For real.
So we got the store will be refreshed again. That's at nerdmixgaming.live. You can get into that store. We still got some stuff up there. Make sure you can go purchase what we got up. The whole store is getting ready to get a refresh. As you can see, our branding go back to the interactive stuff that we're going to be doing. I've just been too lazy to do it. Can't wait to see you guys.
We're catching up.
Yeah, we're catching up. Can't wait to see you guys next week. And as always, keep it A+. This has been a Nerd Mix Anime Assemble. And we are out of here.